Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Been running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G's, wanting jewels in this place. Surrounded by dogs, get the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate in the end zone. We don't got no time in the wait. H-time run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game going to overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first at the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine, can I get seconds? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get us a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. H-time the home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Time Rundown. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-host in the building. We got Jules in the building. We got Mike G, Night Rider in the building, and of course, we got Auntie Swan in the building. What up, everybody? How's everybody's Thursday evening going?
Good. We still run from the cops.
Yeah, I know. On the run. He took that Beyonce tour serious on that on the run tour. He took it serious.
He's got to find my Clyde because him and Bonnie, you know what I'm saying? They got to find my Bonnie because Clyde they on the run.
I'm telling you, they look. Never fails, Mike G in that car, man. At nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I can't give Mike too much credit because too much hard because I know 3 years ago when I was in Indiana, I was in my truck for 3 or 4 weeks.
You was on porches and stuff. I was like, okay, Jules is out here in park.
I was in the woods, homeboy. I was out there, so I can't give Mike too much credit. Too hard time though.
Yeah, for sure. But y'all know what time it is. We back, and guess what's 5 days around the corner. Houston Texans are back at training camp. Football is back. I'm so excited. You know, that little dead period of about a month or so, you don't have the draft or mini camp or rookie mini camp, all that little dead period of time, you know, people just get kind of flustered and they start talking about, you know, Jalen Green and Kevin Durant. And, you know, they start talking about those type of things when the meat of the situation in Houston is the Houston Texans.
Right.
Let's talk about the Houston Texans coming up on training camp in a few days. I want to know y'all excitement because I'm excited because next Saturday we'll be in the build, not in the building, on the what they call it in the
bubble,
outside the bubble.
Yeah,
watching our Texans practice for the first time. So, what are y'all? How is y'all excitement level on the 1 to 10? What are y'all excitement level for football season?
I'm like a little kid. That is a week away from Christmas, and I'm ready to unwrap my toys.
Mike, what you got?
I mean, I'm
stupid.
Uh-oh.
Got a lot of things to look forward to here with the new and improved Texans.
No, Mike.
What happened?
We missed everything you just said.
What happened?
We didn't hear nothing you said.
Was that the Matrix? You didn't get it all?
Yeah.
Oh. I said excitement at a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Low key, I'm not even excited. I'm confident. I have a level expectation of confidence. This team is going to do big things this year, and I know there's a lot of naysayers about this and about that. I don't see it. I see a team that's focused. I see a team that's ready. I think they took their licks last year, and some people got their pride hurt. But I just see what the team put together, and I just see them that this team is built this year and next year to really put some of these the Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, all of them. They're gonna surprise some teams, and I'm not surprised at all. Anything. I'm not surprised for a Super Bowl run. I'm telling you right now. That's how confident. I'm not even six. I'm not even excited. I want to see in process.
It's an expectation at this point. I
do
want
to.
Yeah, what up, King Folk?
We always say flock is focused.
He gonna be flocker to me.
Brandon, hey, DM me on Twitter, man, and I'll hook you up with something. But yeah, and look, Ivon, turn back. Yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl for sure, for sure. Shout out, you know, DQ. Thank you, brother, for bringing it to the light. Rest in peace, Brian Brayman. One of the most well loved Texan players during his tenure with the Texans. He was one of those fiery special teams linebacker players that always made plays, always got the fumble recovery, always, was around the football, long hair, kind of Thor like kind of guy. Everybody loved Brian Brayman.
Long hair don't care.
Yeah, I know a couple of weeks ago, probably a month or so ago, they put up a GoFundMe and JJ Watt contributed to it and everything like that. But unfortunately, he passed away. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
From
real
cancer.
aggressive, real aggressive
From
cancer.
a real aggressive cancer. So yes, rest in peace, Brian Brayman. Prayers out to him and his family. And the Houston Texans organization, the Houston Texans family, fans, and all that loved and supported Brian Brayman. Us at the H-Town Rundown are sending up those prayers for you and the family and us as a collective. But yeah, don't want to stop the mood. This don't want to kill the excitement. I don't have Twitter, but I can try. Okay, yeah.
You ain't the only one, buddy.
Yeah.
You ain't the only one.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll hook you up. We'll make sure you get there.
You got
now
Facebook?
Now you're gonna have to take off of work if you're working during the week. That's about the only thing that's available, sir. But yeah,
Brandon, if you're on Facebook, you know my name. You can hit me up on Facebook.
We'll make sure you get there. For sure. But the talk of the last week or so. Yeah, he said he has Facebook. Okay, reach out to one of us and we'll make sure you get them. All right. But definitely
we care about the fans. We care about our audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Brandon been here since day one, man.
We care about the audience. We gonna take care. We gonna take care of y'all.
Look, all I ask is when you're on Facebook and posting your pictures at training camp, just tag the H-Town Rundown. For sure. But definitely, I mean, it's it's been bored, and all the content that can be created is top 10 lists. And ESPN has taken full advantage of the top 10 list. And ESPN has done a positional ranking for each position in the NFL, whether it be quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. I think they did tight end. Did they do tight end yet? Tight end, defensive tackle, defensive end, linebackers, safeties, corners. I'm surprised they didn't do kickers and punters, but they did all those positions. And we had a few Houston Texans on that list. Even Vaughn said that list is garbage, hot garbage. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of. I feel like there was a lot of unrealistic top 10 lists. I would say. I don't believe that Malik Neighbors, a rookie, would be ranked above Nico Collins, who was a Pro Bowl All-Pro wide receiver last year. I think that's
travesty. I was like, what are we doing? Malik Neighbors, who didn't have a quarterback to throw him to, but was a better option at receiver over Neil Collins. What are we doing?
So, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff, and then you had the Patrick Surtain. I mean, let me say this. I know people question it. Patrick Surtain was Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
I mean, like he was All Pro with Stingley, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, if they both have the same accolades as far as All Pro, stats are similar. He has the award. They're gonna give it to him. So I'm not mad about it.
Me and AD talked about it. We because me and AD was trying to predict where Stingley was going to be. I thought Stingley was going to be number 3, simply because Sauce had 2 Pro Bowls, 2 All Pros. Patrick is number 1 for a reason. He has 2 All Pros and 3-time Pro Bowler. You have to give that man that's credit. And you can't we can't just say, oh, he's Stingley proved it 1 year. And it was a great year. And we think he can do it again and again. But if you're going for career stats or even last year's stats, he's not number one over the reigning defense player of the year.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
I agree with it. I mean, I had no problem with PS2. Now, as far as Malik Neighbors and Nico, I can see why Neighbors is ahead of him. Um, Simply, what you pointed out, Jules, he didn't have a quarterback. I mean, you had Daniel Jones and Danny DeVito throwing to you, and you put up the numbers that you did. Nico does have a better quarterback than he did. So the fact that to me, Neighbors did exactly what Andre Johnson has done. You got bad quarterbacks and you still put up the numbers. And there was nobody on the other side of him on that team as far as wide receivers. It's not like they got this great running back room or anything like that. It's not like they got this great tight end. So you know who the focus is on. And that young man did it in his rookie year. So the same way I praise Tank for his rookie season, I got to give it to Neighbor. So I have no problem him having that edge over. Now, if you're just talking about the fact, had Nico played all season or maybe 2 or 3 more games, then it'd be different. But I don't have a problem with it.
But we didn't put Tank down in the top 10 though.
Right, but I'm saying is
Tank Dad's rookie year
I
with
think
with the with the, with the with the yards and explosion he was doing and all, we still wouldn't put him in the top 10.
right, but
I don't think the problem is that Neighbors made the top 10. I just think, me personally, I have a problem with him making it over Nico. Like him being ranked higher than Nico. Now, him being on the top 10 list, I don't have a problem at all. But putting him over Nico as like saying that he's a better wide receiver than Nico Collins, to me, I just think it's just I mean, people not watching football.
Yeah, I would have him at 9 or 10. Because I really don't think it's a hot take at all. Like, he's a phenomenal player, and he is the focal point and only point in that Giants offense. But you got to put Nico Collins above Malik Neighbors. What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean,
what did y'all think was the biggest snub of the ESPN ranking series?
For Texans players?
Yeah.
I got 2.
I got CJ Stroud.
Well, I have 3 Kamari Lassiter.
There we go. And Daniil Hunter.
But he's been underrated, and his whole career he's been downplayed or not given his flowers.
That's
but
true.
So I'm not surprised at that. But Kamari, especially since other rookies were given that credit, because folks looked at the Eagles secondary and touted them for what they did, and I thought ours did better. So for me, the fact that Kamari did not get the love that he should have, that's not bothering me more.
I was fine with Cam not being on the list. I wasn't. I think he'll be on the list this year, but I wasn't really overly surprised he was on the list. I thought Kalen Bullock was honorable mention. I think he earned that. I think his play could have been better. If his play was a little better, he definitely would have been on the list. Tied in, we didn't. I think we had an honorable mention or votes. So I thought that was cool. I just thought the CJ Stroud. I think the idea of his setback is overblown. So I don't count that he should have been already mentioned in the conversation. Joe Mixon being number 9, that was a little bit stretch for me. I wouldn't have put him 9.
What?
I wouldn't have put him 9. I wouldn't have put him 9.
What will you put him, huh?
I'd have gave him maybe 11.
there were times he was the offense. Let's see. Now, come on now.
Dude, this man had like what 9 straight games on the road, 100 yards rushing.
Because trust me, if it wasn't for him in them like games, I mean, we wouldn't have won. Because
You
depending
said
on
a
Bobby,
tight
you
end
do
made
is,
the list. Did Brandon top 10?
Who?
Did Brevin Jordan get an honorable mention?
No. Schultz got some votes.
yeah, we know they. Never mind.
Right. He got votes. So I mean, he's got some
Opioids are a
votes.
powerful drug in the United States.
Right. You know my biggest issue. I mean they talk about all the time. The fact that we didn't have any D tackles in the conversation. It's just a travesty. I need one day you're gonna give me a monster in the middle. This one day. This one day a monster in the middle.
You got one already.
No, I got some 2-year guys. I ain't got no monster in the middle just yet.
You got Tim
We,
Settle.
we ain't got no goddamn Tim Settle. We ain't about Tim Settle.
You got Foley Fadakowski.
Yeah. Ain't about talking about but I want me a monster.
Okay.
I want me a top
Go see
10
them.
dog.
Hold on. When at
I
training
want me a
camp,
top 10 dog.
at training camp, when you see them in person, you tell me if Tim Settle ain't a monster or not.
Just because he big don't mean he a monster. I want a top 10 monster. I've been saying that for 10 years. Y'all don't care.
Yeah, Texas
Nobody,
ain't gonna
nope.
have it.
They'll never hear my complaints about draft. I just want a monster. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this, and I told Jules this. It's either one or the other. I think the last time you've had dominant defensive tackles with dominant edges, the last time I remember consistently was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they had Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice, all of them on the same defensive line.
All time great. It can be done.
What you got, Mike?
The Ravens can do it. Ravens did it.
Yeah, the Eagles and Ravens. Yeah,
the Ravens no.
When they won Super.
You talking about 2000 Ravens? Yeah.
That's probably going back.
Not the Eagles.
Well,
no,
I mean, you going back.
the Eagles.
I'm just saying, Jules mentioned the Bucks. That was 2002. So
I didn't mention the Bucks.
I'm saying you was. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying Mike said it. He said the Eagles and Ravens meaning like recently. I thought he meant like recently. I'm like, no.
I don't think. I wouldn't put
now the Eagles have it now.
I don't think the Eagles' edges are that great.
No, I'm talking about the big guy.
Oh
no. We I'm talking about both. I'm saying having the guys in the middle as well as having like the all-star on the edges. Like let's say Myles Garrett had what's his name? Carter as his defensive tackle. Like that's what I'm talking about. Having a guy who's an all-pro, Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and then you have one of those either way, defensive player of the year type candidates on the edge or defensive tackle and vice versa. That's what I'm talking about. We haven't had that combination on a defensive line since damn near 20 plus years ago. When you're talking about the 2000 Ravens and you're talking about the 2002 Bucks, that was 23, 25 years.
Who was on the Broncos? Because that defense is why they won that Super Bowl. I know they secondary.
I can't tell you who they.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't go back and remember who's all on there. But that defense.
I know they had Von Miller on the edge
and DeMarcus
Ware. But I cannot tell you who the hell their defensive tackle was.
It was one ex-Texan. They were just gap fillers. They
was just guys. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like you can name all the great defenses. You either have some great defensive tackles and some guys who can do the job on the edge, or you have some monster edges, all Pro Bowl defensive player of the year type guys on the edge, and just some guys in the middle.
I think this year you're going to see a team I think is going to do it.
Who?
The Giants.
Yes. I think the Giants.
Dexter Lawrence. Come on now. And then you on the edge, you got Thibodeau. You're gonna have a dual Carter, and you got Burns over there. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you don't want to have all that.
Carter, maybe he got.
I don't know how you feel about anybody.
Burns.
Give him a little bit.
Which one is right? Because they do have the number. They have the number one D tackle.
I'm not giving shit to Thibodeau.
But I'm saying this to look with those guys. I'm sorry that they are going to. Do you want to see that coming at you? You got Dexter Lawrence in the middle, and then you can interchange Thibodeau and a dual Carter, and you're going to have Burns there. That is not an old lineman that wants to see that all game.
Mm-hmm. I will say, too, Washington, there was a 1 to 2 year window when they had it.
Oh,
When Chase
yeah.
Young was really good, and they had Deron Payne. Uh,
When was Chase Young never good?
His
it,
rookie year. That was his. He
One
was. He
one
said.
it
year.
was
He
really
just said.
good.
He just said that.
1 year. And what did they do with that?
Well, he got hurt,
Nothing.
and then it went downhill. But no, I'm saying. But at that
That's what
point,
I'm
the
saying.
year.
So no, I'm just saying, even that year, he got hurt that year, and they didn't even go to the playoffs or something, right? Did they even make the playoffs that year?
That's the year I think they did go to the playoffs. Rivera went 1 year,
And
and
they lost
yep,
in the first round.
yep.
You for you to say Chase Young, Mike, I'm
No, his
disappointed in
rookie
you.
season, yes, he was because he was touted as the next, you know, because he won Defensive Rookie of the Year,
Because
Hmm.
they had Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne as
Deron
well.
Payne.
Yeah,
But
but
man, hold up,
you
hold
can
up.
say he had a dominant year, but going into that, it was still a question mark because he was a rookie. Nobody knew what he was gonna be or whatever. But again, I'm talking about consistent like that.
Right.
That Bucks defensive line was dominant like that for years. That Ravens defensive line was dominant like that for years. Like we don't see that often, is what I'm saying, especially when it comes to winning Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one or the other, Jules. Pick your poison. Do you want? And I told Jules this offline. I said, Jules, if you want that monster defensive tackle, you might as well say bye bye to Will Anderson because you can't have both. You can't
And
have Will
I and
Anderson.
I am biased. Bye.
Oh, I mean,
I play D tackle, so I'm always gonna root for my big boys. I don't care what nobody say.
But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, other than that, the list,
It's all right.
yeah. CJ, like people saying in the chat, CJ way down the list. I think people, and I know there was on the what was it, the Sports After Dark? They were doing a whole bunch of that CJ talk when they were doing State of the Division, and they were talking about CJ and kind of putting them down or whatever. I think people don't realize, and I'm gonna say it. I said it offline. I'm gonna say it again. People call it a sophomore slump. Technically, he had damn near mirror numbers wise. He was mirroring his rookie year. He was like 200 some odd yards less, and he had a few more. I think was 6 more interceptions. So all in all, he had a similar season. I just think he didn't elevate due to the circumstances around him, whether it be the offensive line, communication, Bobby Slowick. I just think that people, I think people are calling it a sophomore slump when it's not. I'm just waiting on the Jaden Daniels sophomore slump because it's happening.
And
They
that's
finally
and that's exactly why they call in CJ a sophomore slump because Jane Dillons had a great year in which he was one game away from the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, and right now Jaden Daniels got Larry Tunsil, and he just got Debo Samuel as well.
mm-hmm.
He
And
got
guess
he
what?
But I
And guess
think the
what?
difference is for JD versus CJ. Cliff is a horrible head coach, but okay, sorry. Cliff is a horrible head coach, but as far as an offensive mind, I think he knows how to use his guy. So where maybe JD5 coming into the season, defense had all season to work on it and try to stop it. Cliff can adjust and try to figure it out. Whereas Bobby don't have anything in his bag to even attempted to change. He was this is what I came up with this game plan. We gonna keep doing it. We gonna keep doing it. I don't care if it ain't working. It's supposed to work. Y'all need to execute. Whereas I think Cliff would adjust. Oh, this is what you're taking away. Oh, I got to come up with another strategy. I think that would be the attempt to do it. Whereas CJ never got that. So I think that's what JD has more than what CJ had last year. You have an experienced play caller.
Yeah.
and and then like JD had to change his skill set because Cliff coached that exact same skill
Exactly.
set. So
Hmm.
so he walked into a better situation. But I've always said this conversation. Now we know I know Harper because I
Yeah.
have Jaden Daniels hate because they put
Well,
down my homeboy. So
I,
Huh?
I'm not going
Why you got Jalen Daniels hate? Because he did what?
because everybody's saying how great his system was, and they're not really understanding the background
yeah,
of the head coaches and the office system that he walked into when CJ walked into a unclear we
murky
didn't know
water.
anything about D'Amico Ryan's being a head coach.
Yeah.
I was adamant hated the Bobby Sorg situation from the get go, and but Jaden Daniels walked into a a
So,
offensive guy who's been coaching offense at every level very well for the last 10 years.
so let's say this: Jaden Daniels walked onto a crystal clear beach off Miami coast,
Don't do
Florida
it.
coast, and
Don't bring. Don't be
CJ walked
Galveston.
in the Galveston water.
Don't bring. I knew it was going that Galveston. Book BS. Ooh,
The
I'm trying
murky
not to
water
cuss.
of Galveston. That's what CJ walked into. He didn't know if he was stepping on oil or if he was getting bit by one of them land crabs. So I mean like hey, I mean it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
CJ got to come out and prove it. But I'm again, the sophomore slump is happening for Jaden Daniels. He's mirroring CJ Stroud to a T. Debo Samuel is gonna be their Stephon Diggs of
Well,
this
wait.
year.
Hold up now. Is he gonna have
Then they got a disgruntled receiver too.
But hold up. Is he gonna have a sophomore slump like CJ, who didn't have a sophomore slump?
Yeah. Well, I think
Okay.
he's gonna have a real sophomore slump. I think
Oh,
he's gonna have a real
I
sophomore
don't
slump.
think he will.
I
I
don't
think
think so either.
I think it's something is brewing over there in Washington. And then you got Tunsil there, so it's gonna be a lot of line confusion over there.
Well, what about Von Miller?
Yeah,
You
the
don't like
difference
that one?
is JD don't have to sit back there and wait for somebody to come sit in his lap. He actually can use his legs. So that was his saving grace because his old line was not great. That's the reason why you traded for Thompson. The difference is that he can. The dude ran for 700 plus yards. I think it was 8. So he actually can run. So he
What's
doesn't.
what's what's
What?
Jaden Daniels' flaw when he runs the ball, Swan?
I don't know. Yet he had a flaw.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I watched him last year. So what's the flaw?
Oh, for him to be like a bulldozer, think he a
Yeah.
bulldozer?
Oh,
That was
you
my
talking about as far
biggest
as well,
criticism of him
Yeah,
from the draft.
that's a flaw for a quarterback.
okay. I thought you meant as far as him run. I'm like, okay,
No,
I
no,
think
no,
he's
no, no.
oh.
I'm talking about
I mean,
him.
well, they all do. I mean, have a flaw in their game. But I'm saying is,
Oh, I was
yet
like,
and
hold on,
still, he he doesn't have to sit back and hold the ball and wait for routes to come open
yeah, I
because
mean,
he can scan the field. It ain't there. You got to keep up with him. So he still has that in his back pocket. Now,
do you think that teams will adjust to playing him differently
has
this
teams
year?
adjusted to Lamar?
He ain't Lamar though.
Oh no. Hold, no, he's not
Yeah,
Lamar,
he's not Lamar.
but his game is such where you truly have to play him for both, and he does both
Right.
well.
But
But I'm saying
but
you're gonna have to pick a choice.
Lamar has a run game that has been consistent even with or without Lamar. They've run the ball effectively.
Okay,
Baltimore has always run the ball effectively.
but they
Sure.
didn't pass as well. He just really started this past season where he really turned it on.
Right. And I agree with that point, one, but I'm saying like as far as like that's why he's dangerous running the football still and everything like that. What running game does Washington really have outside of Jaden Daniels?
Brian
But
Robinson did well for them. But
He's all right.
his thing is, you did well. It's the same thing with Lamar. You do well. The same thing with Philly. You do well because you have a quarterback that can run as well. And if you put a good running back with it, you can make some things shake. And they did. I'm not saying teams, DCs are not going to adjust and attempt to shut it down. I'm saying there's one, Cliff knows it. So you have to have worked on this in the offseason to say we got to have a counter. I don't think Bobby knew how to do that. It's not even a refusal. You don't even know how to think like that, that I got to counter this. So I don't think they're going to come out and just try to do exactly what they did last year. They're going to have some wrinkles and figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is Bobby did not adjust, so he couldn't help CJ adjust
Yeah. Bobby was just
over his head.
over his head, and just live and you learn.
Hmm.
But one thing that we living and we're learning right now is Nick Casario is the trendsetter of the NFL. I said it before. The Nick Casario specials have become a trend in the NFL now. Um, and again, Nick Casario is setting the trend with these damn guaranteed contracts for the second round picks. He gave a guaranteed contract to Jaden Higgins in the second round. I think he was the number 2 player in the second round drafted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's been chaos, to say the least, amongst NFL GMs and amongst NFL personnel about these second round rookies not being signed. And of course, NFL league mandates, if you're not signed, you're not participating in camp, training camp. So, here we go again. Houston Texans setting the trend again. And it's a little trickle. I think it was Jaden Higgins and whoever Cleveland drafted. I
Right.
forgot who
Yeah,
they.
They're the
Swisher.
only two that had signed until
Yeah,
yesterday.
they were the only two that had signed, and then it was a standstill until yesterday when Alfred Collins signed his
Hook
deal.
'em.
Shamar Turner signed his deal today. Gig him. And then
That's
and then you go see you think about the wrong Shamar. I'm talking about Shamar
Yeah.
Turner, the defensive tackle, the second round
not
pick
Cincy
for the
guy.
Bears.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
Bears.
Nick and
Yeah.
Amona Mori just got signed as well.
Nick who, Mike?
Maury?
Say it again, Mike. All right.
Yeah, but
I try to
I
help you out,
had
Mike.
I had it down
Ain't the
pat in
South
April,
Carolina safety?
and then
Yeah, the South Carolina safety, pick number 35, pick one pick after Jaden Higgins.
fully
Signed his
guaranteed.
fully got another fully guaranteed deal, which in turn is going to really mess it up because Alfred Collins didn't sign a fully guaranteed. Shamar Turner didn't sign a fully guaranteed deal. I think it's one more second round pick that signed that didn't sign a fully guaranteed deal. It is going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out. So interesting because the Texans had 2 second round picks.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Only got one signed.
And only got one signed. And everybody this whole since April, when we drafted Ariante Ursery, oh, he's the starter. He's starting. You draft him in second round, he's starting. He's here. Tell you this, people. If Ariante Ursery is not there at the beginning of training camp, go ahead and write that check. He's not going to be a starter for your Houston Texans unless we have a myriad of injuries. He's not going to start.
Another word for that, AD.
A plethora.
There you go.
But yeah, so y'all might as well wrap that up. I mean, we got 5 days. We'll see what happens in 5 days. But I mean, training camps have already started. The Chargers started theirs today, matter of fact. So it's already starting. So
And their second round pick hasn't signed yet. Trey Harris.
He ain't, and he did.
He's
He signed,
officially
Yeah,
he's
they
officially a
just got him
holdout.
no, he signed today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he signed today. He signed today, right when camp was starting. That's the other one that I was missing.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, he was the other one. So yes, he's there. He's signed his contract, I think, right before the day started, so he could participate. I mean, it's messing up for the league. What's going on? Mike Williams retired, right? Yeah.
Right.
He
I
went out
mean,
there.
it's just the agencies and the season of the agent. Their job is to get their guys the same kind of money and same kind of guarantees, and that's just a waiting game. I think it's going to shake out the way it's going to shake out.
Mhm.
Next year it's going to be the same thing. If one person give guaranteed, then everybody's going to hold out
That's the
because the money.
it's the
Because the money's
standard now,
there.
though.
But it also depends on how all these second round picks do this year too, because if a lot of those guys don't quote unquote, because his thing is the moment you give those guarantees like that, you're treating you technically like a first round pick where you're supposed to come in hitting right then.
Well,
And if you're not, you gotta ask yourself, why am I giving a guaranteed contract?
so
because I'm paying you like you are a first rounder in the sense of fully guaranteed, not the sense of the amount of money, but the fully guaranteed part. So you're making a commitment that you ain't going anywhere. Or at
Yeah.
least I don't think you're going anywhere.
Yeah, I think what it is with that with the guaranteed contracts is you talking with a second round pick, you talking about $10 or $11 million over 4 years. So you're talking about $2.5 to $3 million a year that you're guaranteeing to a player for 4 years. That's not mind blowing. Now, if they had a now if these contracts that were signed they were guaranteed had clauses in it similar to one that Cincinnati tries to put in, then we'd be having a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, if these contracts were during the Sam Bradford era,
oh man,
I mean, that's what's gonna eventually get back to, because the whole Sam Bradford situation was these rookies, these guys who have not set one game day in the NFL were getting these godly amount of money for unproven talent. And if this key if these second round talents do the same thing, and like Swan said, they don't really plan out, it's going to be a conversation where they're gonna stop doing that too.
we'll see. I mean, just to kind of put a cap on the topic, it used to be. I mean, it, first rounders didn't used to have fully guaranteed, but that
Hmm.
happened. That changed a few years ago, and this was kind of coming, where the second rounders would be next in line because they were getting anywhere from 85 to 65, depending on where you're taking the second round, percent of your contract fully guaranteed. So it was coming, but
Yeah,
Nick Casario and or Jaden Higgins' agent decided, hey, let's go ahead and start this now. So
100%, not 99%, not
right,
98. We're gonna give you the
100.
whole 100%. You ain't even got to put the Texas colors on yet. That's how much we believe in you already.
well, this
But
is the
he was
thing.
tout. But he was off season tout as one of those that could be. I mean, he had a first round uh grade on him in the lower half. So what I'm saying is that, and based on the fact that we didn't have, I mean, you got Christian Kirk. Don't get me wrong, but he's a rental. Uh, and we don't know what's gonna happen with Tank. You had to solidify and say, I got to get a close to a wide receiver two that could be a possibly wide receiver one, because Nico has not played a full season yet. So technically, he just missed a couple of games here and there, 4 or 5 of them. So you got to have somebody that can just step in and be that guy. So I get it. I think his talent is first round. So I didn't have a problem giving him a fully guaranteed contract, because I think the young man is going to actually be nice.
But there was other guys who fell into the second round, the top second round, that were projected better than Higgins was, and still didn't get a guaranteed contract. It
Mhm.
was just something that just something Nick decided to do. Whatever decide Nick wanted to do, Nick decided to do it. That's what he did it. Was there a cause for it? Maybe. Wasn't them that agreed upon? Who knows? If was Nick the one who said, "I want to give you 100% guaranteed," or did the agent say, "Hey man, give my dude a 100% contract"? We'll never know. Nick that did it, and that's what
Well,
happens.
not a fully guaranteed, but um, he gave a lot of money last year to third round guys, if I'm not mistaken. So he set the precedent last year
Correct.
to do that. So I feel like this was mutually with Nick. It wasn't that. I feel like the agent was like, "Hey, we want a fully guaranteed," and it was like, "Oh, okay, I might as well go and do it." I think he felt comfortable doing it based on the results that he got from his decision the previous year.
So why Ursha ain't signed yet?
I don't know. It could be language. It may not be money. Keep in mind, because that plays a factor. I mean, guys get little testy when you be putting them clauses in, or if they don't like offset language that's in contracts. So we don't know what it is. We don't know if it's offset language. We don't know if it's the bonus or if it's fully guaranteed, whatever that is.
I mean, but if Nick is giving more money than anybody else in the last 3 years to his third round, fourth round, second round pick, then it shouldn't be an issue for Ursula when you already signed one for guaranteed money. So it has to be something else other than Ursula just want guaranteed money, or he's not willing to give Ursula guaranteed money.
Yeah, that's
And
the
that's
saying. Is
and
it could
that's
be
and that's
either.
the issue because you can't give one without giving the other. It's like having two kids. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you chocolate, but I'm not gonna get a kid chocolate because that's how I feel about you. That's not gonna work.
Well, one
I
was,
mean,
I mean, one was drafted 2 slots from being in the first round. The other one was not, and
But
the other one is an
Swan,
automatic. Look, but
regardless
okay,
of
you wouldn't
situation,
do that for your seventh rounder.
no, but I'm saying, but
he would draft a second round. Regardless of how close talent he was, he's a second round
right, but
pick.
he's
Some
not
people
penciled
said
in as
he.
being a starter. I mean, we
Not,
may
not
say we wanted to be.
according to Texas
I,
fans.
I'm saying we know that, but we know we gave $12 million right to what's his name, Cam. So unless he just
I mean, we traded for Chris Kirk. I mean,
I
so
mean,
yeah, no, but I'm saying you
Ursary,
still need three.
people got Ursary starting at left tackle.
Right, but I'm saying is
You
people
one of
saying, but
them.
Swan, people are saying he gonna start. Whether it be if even if we did give Cam, we gave Cam the money, even if Cam starts, people saying he gonna start at right tackle. They say he
Right.
gonna start regardless at one of the tackles.
So what's the difference between him starting at wide number two and people saying, oh, he gonna start left tackle, right tackle? What's the difference?
I'm just saying.
I didn't have him automatically starting. I thought he had a chance because there is no one has solidified themselves on that O line. I mean, I know the contract says that Cam is going to start, but let's just be honest, that O line is still a wait and see. Whereas the
Right.
wide receivers, they seem to take off, except for Mitchie right now. It still hasn't, but
Hutchinson ain't either.
yeah, but I'm saying is, I have a better confidence in Higgins going out there playing alongside Nico than I would say, let me throw Ursary in there and automatically he's going to shine. Not saying that he wouldn't play well. I'm just saying this. It's hard to do it with an O line, a rookie. And you talking about tackle?
Swan, you got people out here that want him and Blake Fisher to be our starting tackles this year. And I'm like, oh, you just want to waste a year for CJ, don't you? Like you
At
just
some
want.
point, that could happen,
Okay,
but
it
I
could,
don't think
And
it'll
let
be
me and let me say and let me preface this by
it could
saying this.
shock us. They could.
So I'm not about to roll the dice with that situation and saying I'm just gonna throw Hail Marys every week, hoping that it get caught because I got two rookies starting at tackle. One had maybe 5 games of experience. The other one is a true rookie, and I'm going to put them on both of them ends. When you just clean house of the interior offense, your whole offensive line got cleaned out. So you're gonna put two rookies and a whole bunch of lunch pail guys in the middle and say we just gonna pray to Jesus every week that CJ Stroud makes it to week 18 or week 18. We just gonna pray every week that he make it, and hopefully we can at least make the playoffs.
We
That's
haven't
what
we
we
haven't
doing.
we haven't even got there yet. We talking about these contracts. I mean, we
I
got
know, but
we
it
gonna
goes in the
see how we.
conversation. It goes in the conversation about people expectations. Like you said, the expectation is that Higgins is going to be a major player on his offense, whether it be wide receiver 3, wide receiver 2, whatever you want to call it. He's going to. People are confident saying he's going to play valuable
Oh
snaps
yeah,
But
in this offense.
I'm one of them.
Then you and go ahead, Swan. I'm at.
No, I'm
but
saying I'm
then
one of them. I'm one of those that believe that. No, go ahead.
So
didn't they trade up
again,
for Ursary?
they traded up for Ursary, but then again, I'm saying you have the other side of the coin because Higgins is going. People are saying Higgins is going to see valuable snaps. He got that money because of that. Then you have the other side of the coin where you have people saying the same thing about Ursary. That Ursary is going to be one of the major players of this offense because our offensive line is horrible. We drafted an offensive line in the second round, just like we did last year. And
Hmm.
he's got to come in because we traded Laramie Tunsil, so we gotta play Ariante Ursary, and so because he's going to play valuable snaps, we just know he's going to play valuable snaps because the offensive line is horrible. Then why isn't he getting the guaranteed money?
And that's the
And then that's where
conversation.
you go. And that Nick played himself in that situation because if Ariante Ursary was a third round pick, this is not even a conversation. But if you're talking about Ariante Ursary and Higgins being what 12 or 13 picks separated from each other, and you're talking about them being in the same round, now you like Jules said, you can't do for one kid that you don't do for the other.
Right,
And
because
now if Ariante Ursary signs a guaranteed contract in the middle of the second round where he was picked, now it screws up everybody. So it's even more of a clusterfuck because now it just creates more drama, more chaos. Now Alfred Collins, who was drafted a few picks ahead of him, he signed his contract already. Now he's gonna go back to his agent if Ariante Ursary gets a fully guaranteed deal and say, "What the hell, man?"
Well, you signed first.
Right, right. That's your fault. I mean, he gonna be pissed off at the agent because the
yeah,
agent just
but go back to what A's point is. Nick calls
Oh, he
chaos.
did. Oh, folks hate
yeah.
us.
Yeah, he did, and it was, and we don't know if it's cause or no cause, whatever situation. But it's just chaos, and everybody's feeling it.
I'm okay with that.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had a
I'm
They hate
okay
us.
with being the villain.
I had never had an air start until late in the season. I didn't. It doesn't matter to me no
I
whatsoever.
don't have him starting at all. And
Me,
Yeah,
and I'm not and I hate when I say things like this, it goes to the extreme of people saying, "Oh,
oh,
you
you
just
hate
don't
the
like
pick.
him. Oh, you didn't like the pig. You don't like him. This and that." It's not that. I didn't want Blake Fisher to play it all last year either.
Yeah.
And if Lerman Tunsil doesn't get hurt, if Kenyon Green ain't ass, if Shaq Mason
ain't
old
ass.
ass ain't ass, then we don't see freaking Blake Fisher last year at all. But on all I want to see Ariane Tertiary, I want to see him on field goals and extra points. That's when I
I'm
want
not.
to see his jersey.
I like
Or
to see him.
jump
I know blowout games. I like to see him blowout games.
jumbo
I'm
packages.
not. I'm
Yeah,
not.
Jumbo.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. But even then, you talking about take who? What offensive lineman are you gonna take out in a
No, you're
blowout
gonna
game?
have like
No, I'm
7
talking
O
about what
linemen.
Swan. I'm talking about what
Oh,
Swan
okay.
said.
Oh, I take out
Swan-
Cam Robinson. If it's a blowout game, it ain't like he ain't got a history of getting injured. So if it's a blowout game, I got the defense that knows how to close out a game because they do. Get him some rep.
Oh,
That's
so you're
when you
talking
do
about when we like play the Chargers again?
it. Yeah.
Appreciate you,
If you
man.
got a game where you know it's completely under control and your defense is able, you throw them out there for them to get an opportunity to get those snaps just to.
Oh, so you mean like in the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes left and we up there by 30?
No, it could be 5 minutes. It don't matter. If I got no, I
Can't
trust the
trust it.
defense. No, I can trust the defense that can do it. So why not get some reps? So, but
Look,
yeah, if
I
it's
can't
3 minutes
trust
left in the
you.
game, but I mean, I'm just saying, if it's 3 minutes, whatever, I'm just saying this. It could be two,
Hey,
like you said. I just want to make sure because there's difference on mental reps. That's fine, but you need to get some game speed because injuries do happen. And
so
what
what?
if we're in a playoff? What if we're in a playoff game and I expect us to make it to the AFC Championship game. That's my low bar.
I'm right there with you.
That's my low bar.
I'm
I
Super
didn't end
Bowl.
divisional. If we get to the Super Bowl, great, wonderful, but the minimum is
I
the
need
championship
this.
game. So
I
what if
need this
somebody got, a
in my
tight
life.
hamstring or whatever, and they got to get out there? I need you to know that you have played against some good good defenses. And I'm not throwing you out there and now you shell shocked because you ain't never been out there. So to me, they do need to get reps. So get some leads.
Okay.
Let me say this: they have the best reps they can possibly get in practice every day.
Not the
Hunter
Not
same.
going against
and
You
going
talking about
against Will. Yeah, and I'm talking about practice. You now one thing we know about Will Anderson is that he takes no days off, whether it be in practice or in the game. He is the same player every time he touches the football field.
It's
There,
still it's still a slight difference.
there's not.
Like
I'm
what
gonna
I
say.
mean
I'm gonna
is
say this.
when I say difference, the stakes are higher in a game than they are in practice. You're practicing the same,
But you're
but
still learning them
you can
mistakes.
miss that rep. Okay, I come back and I can try to make that up, or I didn't see something, offsides, whatever. In a one and done game, pressure is different. And I'll name a I'll name a quarterback, because regular season, the dude is awesome. He won 2 MVPs, and he lights it up. And I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. He lights it up in the regular season. He get into the playoffs, and somehow he forgets to play like he plays in the regular season. And he has mental lapses, and he's either fumbling, turn the ball over, or he's not playing his game. So folks act different in playoff games. So I want guys to get the experience, so when you come across these teams when we're deep in the playoffs, you know what? You're prepared. The moment is not too big for you mentally.
Well, I guess that goes into our position battles going into training camp, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't see too many position battles that we have to really pay attention to, because I think
One.
most of
I got one.
because I think most of them are pretty much set, and of course any guys can practice hard and come hard and play pause
I
and
think
just
tight
come
end.
on and come in
Yeah.
and win a spot. But I think this team is built for what it was needs to be a deep run. So I don't see many positions actually being available for a deep competition about position battles.
I got
Linebacker
one.
could, because depending upon, excuse me, Christian Harris, if he is 100%, then he's fine. If he's not, you got EJ Speed that's right there. So could you find yourself being that
Is
what
EJ
is the
Speed
best
like that?
ability? Availability.
Is EJ
And
Speed like that?
he has the speed. Yes.
No, I
I
mean
mean,
like is he
No
like
coverage. He has his moments, but I think Miko would think I can scheme with him, because guess what? If I feel like this, he's fast in the tour. I think as far as being a coverage linebacker, I think he is better based on experience and so forth. So I could see where that could be, some competition there. Just the fact of availability.
I'm gonna say these names: Christian Harris, Henry Tortor, Jalen Petrie, and Swan brought up EJ Speed. All of those four are gonna be vying for the spot next to Aziz Al Shire.
well, yeah, that's a
Well, we paid
given.
Petrie, so I don't know about him vying for it. I think as long as he stays healthy, because that was a difference when he was off the field. So I think as long as he's healthy, I think he's fine.
What you mean by fine? Like, you think he's gonna get like a lot of reps at
Yeah,
linebacker or Joker? You
Mm,
think they can play? You think he's gonna play a lot of plays, even if
I
rundown
think I think
situations?
it'll depend on who we're playing. So that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Is I think the versatility.
So
I think D'Amico will get a chance to do what he did in San Francisco. That sense of versatility. You don't know what I'm going to do. So depending upon who your opponent is that week, it could look different. It could be that game where you see more Jalen Petrie than and see less of Henry Tortor. You know what I mean?
what I
Or
what I
like
what I
that's
do know is that when Jalen Petrie was healthy, as well as he was playing, there were a lot of the games that he played. Majority when it came to third down, Jalen Petrie got off. They took Jalen Petrie off the field, and that if we can go back and people want to debate them, you can debate, but go back and watch last year. Third downs, third and medium, third and long. Jalen Petrie got taken off the field before he was, injured for the season. And if that's the case, who steps in that role? You know,
What you got, Mike, on that one? On the linebacker situation.
I mean, I think
is
stretches
that him?
Okay.
there.
Is that him or
man, you
me?
can't ask Mike nothing.
Hold up,
Can't,
cause
can't
hold
ask
up.
Mike shit.
All right. So I think, I mean,
No,
if you
Mike, you
go,
good? You there?
no, he's
No,
still
he's still
frozen.
frozen.
So
Say man, that's that AOL.
I go back to what everybody said about
Oh,
the D
he back now. He
tackles.
back. He back. He back.
Hurry
Okay,
up before
Yeah,
you hurry up.
go ahead, Mike.
no. What do you mean you can't ask me nothing? Like, I
You
like what
froze
we.
for
No,
you
The
froze
you
for
stuff is
2 minutes.
freezing
froze.
up.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no. I think Petrie
There you go again.
There you go. God damn.
I mean, most of the snaps. I think his versatility is key.
Hold
I don't know why it's so bad tonight.
Every time you start to talking, it freeze.
Oh, it freezes when I'm not talking.
Right. We see you. Go ahead. Go. You good for right now? Go
Waste
ahead. Get,
time, go.
Don't move. Don't move. Stop moving your head. Don't move.
No, I love what we got at linebacker. I love what we got in the secondary. I think Petrie's going to be a key piece. So I'm not concerned at all.
so I'm thinking like how D'Amico likes his D tackles to rotate so often. His lines. I think it's gonna probably the same thing with his linebackers. I think he's gonna
Sure.
rotate them as much. So I think maybe AD said was Al Shearer will probably get the bulk of this all snaps, but I think the combination of Toto, Harris, EJ Speed, and Petrie, as they paid him so much to be a rover or joker, I think they do gonna rotate a lot, and you don't know what they're gonna do. As Swan said, as he can dream up a ways of getting pressure and coverages, and as long as his front seven or his what his front four is gonna do,
Mhm.
it makes everybody's job easier in the first place.
And he also doesn't use them a lot, so they'll be fresher
Hmm.
towards the end of the season,
All right,
going into the playoffs. So
and hopefully,
I,
hopefully, Peach don't get hurt.
Do you know the do
I just
you
hope he don't
know
miss
the
more than about two or
demon?
three games. I'm just gonna
Let
say
me
that
say
because
this.
I ain't seen him play the whole season. I ain't seen, like
I'm
I
gonna
said,
say
Nico
this.
ain't played the whole season.
Right, and that's what's us being
And
honest
I'm
as
coming to
Texas
live with.
fans.
I'm coming to live with it. I'm just saying is
You know how I'm pissed off. I'm gonna make people. I'm gonna piss people off if
Hashtag.
Jalen Petrie don't finish the season in this 3-year contract extension.
He not. I'm
If he don't finish one season,
he hasn't done it yet.
I'm gonna be the ultimate. I'm just gonna troll, and people gonna hate me
But
because I'm
listen,
a I'm a I'm a I told you so to death.
listen. Y'all know I don't like Jalen Petrie's game or his height, but like Swan says, it's what D'Amico wants. He knows it's in the contract. It's you have idea that it's not he's not going to be here because he hasn't, and they okay with it. If the Texans are okay with playing guys who haven't finished their season a full season in 3 or 4 years and is consistent, but they want these type of guys, what you got to roll with it.
right, up
That's
until
it.
last year, I mean, it was the first time Stingley finished the season.
Correct.
But his thing is, what we see is if they're on the field, they produce. So that's what they're looking at is that if I can keep you on the field, what I can do, and I can understand if and you're talking about D'Amico in his mind, what he envisions his defense to be. He wants, I don't care if he comes off that field, I got another guy coming in.
Correct.
We're looking at the sense of the contract and what we have an expectation of. We want this guy to be all pro and Pro Bowl and all these stats. And D'Amico is simply, I just want a dominating defense that is Super Bowl bound. He wants that San Francisco #1 overall defense where when you go to play them, you
Mhm.
go feel it, you go know it. And then I need my offense, my run game, my quarterback, and all them just to, in his mind, probably sustain. And there are times in games I'm gonna need you to elevate. That's his perfect idea of what he wants. We want it to be all pretty and shiny because we're looking at the toys and saying, no, we should be looking like what Detroit Lions looked like last year, where you
Mhm.
just like out there with, an all-star team and you just out there, throwing up 30 plus points a game. And D'Amico is like, hey, as long as I got 1 point more than the team had and I win the game, I'm good.
Right. So like we're gonna say is he as one said earlier, you might get more games where a game where Toto plays more snaps. You
Mm-hmm.
might get a game where Jalen Petrie plays more snaps. You might get a game where if Christian Harris and I even though I've heard the rumblings and what when trying to speculate, I still got faith in Christian Harris. He might play if he's healthy. He might play more snaps It's just whatever the Miko won't do. What's else? And I can bitch about the contract all I want to. I ain't pay the money.
Hmm.
It's not my defense out there trying to figure it out. So if this is what coach want and this is what Nicolas gonna do, what's what gonna happen and
I'm gonna
we gonna
say this.
see. I don't think
Come here, if I
I
get
think
an
he'll
AFC
I'm
miss
gonna
two
say this.
games.
championship
No,
game,
no. You didn't pay it. But I'm telling you this right now. For me, my season tickets went up because Jalen Petrie got a goddamn contract
Yo,
extension.
you did
you
not
know
get
goodness
they
well that's not why your
And
tickets went up.
yo ticket went
yeah,
up because they
I
trying to
look.
build
I'm
a
gonna put
new
it on
outdoor
Jalen Petrie.
stadium at
Them
Northwest
that
Park.
$800,000 more that they charging.
Mm,
I'm putting that shit on Jalen Petrie.
let me tell you right
Okay.
now, if I get the AFC championship game and Jalen Petrie missed 5 games, you think I'm gonna be mad?
No,
Exactly. If I go to the Super Bowl,
it's gonna happen.
if I go to
It's
Super Bowl and I win it, you think I care that somebody only played 4 or 5 games, less than 17? No, I need the results.
listen.
So
I mean, if they don't if they don't they don't. But they have already been okay with him
mhm,
missing games for 3 or 4 years and say, hey, we gonna still pay you because we love you.
we did it. I mean, remember, folks got mad when we paid Nico because folks said make him prove it
Correct.
again, and I'm like,
Correct.
no. And just think, had we not did it, we'd be up a creek right now.
I mean,
But same thing. Nico Collins can't stay in the field every game.
But
His hamstring pops every 3 or 4
yep,
games.
you just live with it. You go like,
They-
but that's where depth comes in. At and say, you know what? I'm anticipating. I got guys who probably missed 2, 3, 4 games. If I have depth that can come in and sustain, it shouldn't be a. It's a difference, but you shouldn't just fall apart
yeah,
like it did last year.
like Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, if
Yeah.
he's 100% healthy, he
Oh
gonna come in there.
man,
It don't miss a beat.
and he don't even have to be 100. 80% of a chub in a red zone. What happened? What I missed?
Y'all so immature.
What happened?
So immature. Don't worry about Swan. They
you
Chubb and
just got
100%.
an 80% chub.
Lord have mercy.
No, I am saying is
No, you Swan. Don't repeat yourself, Swan. You what you said was on point.
no, but I didn't know why they found it funny.
Because they juvenile. That's why.
You don't know what a chub is?
Yes, I
Pause,
do.
Munch. Yeah.
Hold on, look. If you want 100% chub,
Oh my god.
Grown ass men. I was like, all you grown ass men.
oh,
Anyway,
come on now. That was funny. That was a good
anyway,
one.
I did. I got
The
it. I
best
got you.
jokes come when you just talking regular and you just don't. It just hit.
I
It just
got you. I mean, besides that, I mean, we do have the wide receiver 2 situation that can be open flag. A lot of people picked Nick Higgins to get number 2. That's a battle. Are we trying to see if Dalton Schultz is going to hold on to being tied in number 1? Cole Stover, like he played a little better. He got a little bigger. He's might be better coaching. He might take that next leap to take the spot. I think even though I think Cam and Blake are pretty much going to lock up the tackle situation, it still could be whoever the bad tackle could be, starting left, starting right. I still think Cam is going to be number 1 just because you want something solid from your on your left side for CJ point of view. But if somebody beats him out, somebody beat him out. But I don't think that's a real strong positional battle going forward. I think all your corners and safeties are pretty much locked in. You got your number 2, you got your number 1, you got your number first safety. I think all those are pretty much locked in. So that's why I said earlier I don't have too many positional battles. I'm really eyeing. I'm just looking on the Proctor field, and I just want to see how the offense look. Because I've always said in the last couple months is as long as the offense is functional, CJ is going to be sensational.
yeah. I mean, we're talking about position battles, but there's players that I want to just see personally.
Yeah.
Um, I can say the whole rookie class, whether it be Jalen Smith, whether it
Mm-hmm.
be what's the other Jalen? To say Jalen Reed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the list goes on. Of course,
Woody
the
Mark.
Woody Marks. You know, friend of the pod. Woody Marks, you know,
Cool
then
dude. Cool
huh?
dude. Cool,
Yeah,
cool young man.
gonna take that look.
No,
Bye
don't
bye,
even say it.
Dennis.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Don't do DP like that. Don't do that.
Hey,
Let it play it out. Let it play out.
hey. So then you got of course Higgins and Earthery, the whole draft class, and to be honest with you,
Jay Noah.
Only one I don't want to
yeah,
see on the field is Graham Mertz. That's the only guy I
I
want to see it.
I want to see Graham Mertz
No.
for the
Out of
purpose.
all the rookies, he the only
Davis
one.
Mills.
I want to see if because this little do people know if Graham Mertz doesn't get hurt, Graham Mertz is probably drafted in the 4th or 5th round. Okay, if Graham Mertz plays the whole season at Florida, he's getting drafted in the 4th or 5th round. Mike, wait till that Netflix show comes out and they highlight Graham Mertz. You're gonna fall in love with Graham Mertz too. Graham Mertz, I feel like is talented enough. Because I think he's more talented than Davis Mills. Period.
You trying to get trade value out of him.
No, I just want to see Davis Mills off my team, just like I want to see
Okay.
David
Well,
Priest
he's
off my team.
not coming back. That's the reason why they drafted Mertz.
Yeah, he out of there.
Yeah, we're not re-signing him.
But I want to see how he performs. Like, I want to see how the potential. I want to see him actually put it on the field.
You know,
Well, he's going to face more the third and fourth strings because Davis Mill is going to want to put film on plays on film, so he can get a contract next year too.
because Sarah
And
don't want to put him out there because hey, somebody may everything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody may be calling you saying, hey, they've turned it down. The last year or so of trade offers, but maybe if you get a third because somebody go down and you need to go get somebody, hey, bye bye. I'll take a
Basically,
flip right now because we can make up for
basically
that.
what we're doing.
Huh?
yeah.
We're gonna pay good money to see to Graham. Okay.
Hey,
What I was saying was, I'm talking about as far as starters. I would like to see everyone we drafted on the field getting good minutes, except for Graham Mertz. Because if he on the field, my season is over.
I feel you. I
So
100% one.
that's what I'm saying. Is I don't want to see him. So if they don't play him at all, I'm not gonna be mad. But the other ones I want to see.
Oh, I guess there is one is center.
Yes.
Jake Andrews.
The center position. I want the best in the room.
I think he's gonna have that position.
It seemed like he has an edge.
My understanding from Patriots, the fact is his was once again a health thing. So keep in mind what was the no. I'm not hyping. No, I'm saying
I'm talking about me. I'm
okay. Okay. No, I'm just saying this. What I see is CJ biggest issue was interior pressure. And depending upon who is going to be there, I'm assuming the right guard is going to be Titus Howard. And if, Lakin is the left guard, I can see them want to start off with having one guy, Blake. It's okay to have him as right tackle because you got the rest of the veteran guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because that's the other thing. I mean, we got to get protections and you got to be able to give pressure. You can't snap the ball and do it in your lap.
Right.
And you got to look at who we're playing this season. We got some D lines that we're going to be playing. So
it was so bad that, like I think somebody said that the left sideline would do something completely right, the right sideline do something wrong. The center don't know how to call a play. CJ is still trying to learn, trying to figure out.
CJ wasn't allowed to call the plays.
Right. He's trying to see the coverages and linebackers moving. He shouldn't be worried about a D tackle swifting here. That's his center's the job to do all that.
But when he's at Ohio State, he actually did call the protections. It wasn't the center doing it. Yeah. So he's used to doing it.
He just wasn't allowed to. And
right. So to me, it's like because he can look pre-snap and you can see something, but there's nothing you can do about it. You just still got to run that play. And then your old line can't let you can do a 3-step drop a lot of times.
Well, I mean, let's be honest too. Let's pull it back just a second. If we weren't running them elongated route
Hmm.
concepts too,
No
I
hot routes. No hot routes.
Mm.
we didn't see a doggone slant for 10 weeks.
Well, I guarantee you, if Christian Kirk can stay healthy, we're gonna see a whole bunch of slants.
And if Christian Kirk is getting that slant, I mean,
Hold up,
How much
hold up, but hold up, but hold
how
up,
much bunch set you gonna see this year? How much bunch set you gonna see?
oh, I don't think
Where
you'll see as
you put
many.
all 12 people between the hash
I
and
ain't gonna see that at all.
didn't make a play.
You ain't
I
gonna
ain't gonna see that at
see.
all.
No,
But here's the thing
no.
is, but going back to that, you can interchange there too. You got the other God darn it. I call
No,
him Jace. I always mess him
I
up.
think
No,
no,
but you
yeah,
can
but I think the point Jules was making was like we're not gonna see the bull crap Bobby Sloyd. Like Bobby Sloyd's concepts were asinine at times.
some
And
screens. I
the
like this.
Second down
no,
screens.
like you said,
Behind the
remember,
line of
hold on.
scrimmage, some
I
screens.
vividly I sworn, I don't know if you remember the Green Bay Packers game. We were counting on I think maybe one hand how many times we had a wide receiver outside the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That whole game. Like you're not gonna see that with this offense, and
Oh
I
no,
know
we're gonna
there's a
spread
lot
them
of,
out.
and I see that I know there's a lot of conversation about what type of offense is it gonna be Patriots, is it gonna be Rams. I will say this because I know Doc Payton is watching. He's a avid Patriots hater.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams offense ran a lot like the Patriots of old offense the last few years with Sean McVay. So just for people to be aware, I need y'all to go back. People that say they love watching film and film study, go back and watch the Rams offense. It was, if you go and put your eye to it, it was more of the Earnhardt Perkins or
Mm-hmm.
whatever that offense was. It was more
Yes.
of that than it was of the West Coast offense.
Yeah.
So look at what the Rams did on offense last year and the year before while Kaylee was there,
Mm-hmm.
and picture the Texans doing similar things. Damn, I killed it.
At minimum, we should ever see better blocking concepts,
Oh,
assignments.
absolutely.
So to me, if you make that improvement based on what CJ is and based on Nico and the rest of the offense, you still should be good. You at minimum, you should be in that top 10, top 12. At minimum, just with better blocking. Because we have playmakers. I got a playmaking quarterback. He can do it. So I just need that. I just need the guy not to be sacked 53 times in the regular season and 10 times in the playoffs.
So who are y'all breakout candidates?
Ooh. On offense, I'm going to throw Woody in there.
Strong.
And the reason why I say that is that pass catching, he can do. He's not little. His vision, I know we like to pick on certain guys about their vision. His vision is good. So I expect when we get down there in that red zone where drives stall, I can go interchangeable. So whether I'm going Chubb, whether I'm going Mixon or Woody, hey, I can hit the hole. No pause. So y'all like to do that. But I think he will, because let's be honest. I mean, Nixon got nicked about missed 3 games last year. I think he played 14, so yeah, 3 games.
Yeah,
So
I think it's because of
the hip drop tackles.
tackle that never flagged or fined
Right.
for
He
twice.
got hip drop
Twice.
tackle twice.
Yes.
Right.
And then with Chubb, I think there'll be some. I mean, they'll use him, but I think you want to be careful with him and not try to give him too many. Keep him fresh. So I think Woody is the one. He's the younger one. Get him out there.
Hey, appreciate you, Dante, for the super chat.
Yeah.
I guess my breakout can't that I want to see. I don't. Like I said once again, I'm just confident this team as a whole, and I guess I'm gonna go with a safety. I think I want to see him be improved on what he did last year and have better angles and get better coaching and better team coaching. I think that CJ Gardner is going to help him out a little bit too, and the training that he takes better angles so he can even have even more sacks. I mean, interception than he had last year. And I want to see Bullock be in that top 10 for next year.
Ryan Clark talked about it. He
Mhm.
posted
Yeah,
on Twitter, and he posted as well. He's the one to look out for, and he
Yeah.
talked about that as well. That he needed to work on that, and he had done that in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
should
I
have
am
had
glad.
12, should
I'm
have had
glad to
12
see our young
interceptions.
guys working out and doing that, working on the technique and footwork and so forth. Um, so
Oh, and Jimmy Ward. I want to see Jimmy Ward break out this year too.
no, I want to see.
Broke out of
No,
jail.
I'm good.
He
I'm
broke
good.
out of jail.
See, there we go.
um, look for me. Go ahead, Swan. My bad.
Oh no, I'm good.
For me, I'm a hold out hope. Like old Ray Gibson, I ain't never gave up no hope. Well, no, Rayson, I ain't gave up no motherfucking hope. And John Mitchell. John Mitchell. I'm gonna say it every year until he ain't on the team, and that hell that may be in a few weeks. But I'm gonna still hold out hope for John Mitchell as a
Mhm.
breakout candidate. I just think the talent he has, the talent. I'm I'm hoping that this new offensive scheme unlocks it. Um, and he's able to get out on the field and produce. I mean, just imagine if you can go six deep wide receiver wise, with Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Jaden
See,
Higgins.
you mean roster wise? No,
No, not at the same time, Jules. Come
because
on, man.
sometimes
God damn.
sometimes you do this
Yeah, the
you be
math wasn't math. I know what you
Yeah,
meant.
yeah.
I know
no.
I'm
what you
like I'm
meant.
trying to
He said
Crazy.
your
you be
math wasn't math because
outlandish
I
with
know
your
what he meant.
Six
conversation
deep
sometimes,
mean you
sir.
got six wide receivers.
Hey,
To play.
sometimes
What do you say? I
you
get you.
go far sometimes, sir.
Yeah. So, anyways,
He didn't say it for he want to see four receivers every snap.
Well, shit,
nah.
If you
I
don't put a
hey,
center out there, you
Right.
can
Know what I'm saying?
actually.
He wanted to do
Uh,
the oop de loop. Know what I'm saying? The varsity blues.
hey. All I'm saying is
I ain't got a
it'll
problem
be a
going five
luxury.
wide a couple of times.
Yeah, there she go.
Now one of them gonna be a tight end. Um, it, he can't help himself. But I mean, I really want to see John Mitchell have an
Hmm.
opportunity to produce, and show his talent. Because let's be honest, like when you watch him, when the ball is in his hands, he's extremely talented. And
His
he can
route
make
running
things
is
happen. Hmm?
his route running. I mean,
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah,
Coast over it.
yeah,
Cast over.
Mhm.
yeah. No,
Try to
yeah,
imagine if he was on the Rams and McVay had him.
right.
Mm. But man,
But it's just the point of like that he's one of the guys, and of course, we all want. I'm gonna say Nick Chubb as a breakout candidate because he's coming off an injury. Can he be the same Nick Chubb of old? Or can he, be close, or like Swan was saying earlier, can he be, close enough where if we get just a portion of it, that imagine the offense taking that next step, and to me, it's all offense because defensive wise, like what I love to see with Jalen and Jules is gone. Would I love to see Jalen Smith? Yes, absolutely. Go
hmm
crazy as a corner. Would I love to see Jaden Reed not play significant, but play, you know, some time on the field and get some time? Yes, I
hmm
would love it. Um, there, I would love to see those guys on the defensive side of the football. But all honesty, like they're we pretty much locked in on defense. It's just the offensive players and playmakers. Can we get these younger guys to step up and play? But again, breakout candidate. You said it. Jake Andrews is another one.
Mm.
Um, like all these on the offense. To me, it's just an offensive, position thing. For
Yeah.
me.
hmm
Um, go ahead.
I mean, last year we had Tim Settle, who really broke out. I think he had like 5 sacks, and of course, always bringing it in the run game. And Kamari Lassiter balled out as a rookie. This year, I'm looking at our guy Balake, Blake Fisher, and because I think, he had some rookie growing pains, but I liked overall what I saw. Kind of a rough situation, and essentially not having a right guard because Shaq Mason, what he committed was treason last year. Um, so I actually have a right guard next to him, even though he's never played right guard before in Titus Howard. Um, and then also Jaden Higgins. I think while I love Jalen Noel, I think Jaden Higgins definitely will have a defined role and more playing time, and he's definitely got the skill set to really produce as a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, these are all things that we're gonna see come 5 days from now, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It's 5 days, right?
Yep.
When training camp starts for the Houston Texans on Tuesday, the
Yep.
20th.
Yep. Both vets and rookies report.
Yeah, so I'm just excited. At the end of the day, we like this is a lot more we can talk about. But trust me, it's like next week we're gonna have a lot more to talk about because there's gonna be a lot of instant reaction, instant conversations about those first few days of training camp. And we're gonna be right here to talk about it. Um Again, we've been on for almost an hour and a half. Any final thoughts or anything else y'all excited to see for training camp?
Nick Haley. I mean, we talked about per se the offense, but I just want to see how he runs the offense because we're used to seeing how D'Amico runs uh, the defense in those practices, and I mean he runs it like like a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
I want to see how Kaylee does it. So it may not seem like a big deal, but it is to me because I want to see if what you're doing in practice will translate to preseason and on and on. Because if it looks sloppy, that will bother me somewhat. Because all I heard from the OTAs and minicamp is, "Ooh, wait till you see." I'm talking about for the media and so forth. So I want to see uh, how he runs since this is his first time being a play call and being an OC. That's important to me.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, hold on. It's on Kaylee yelling at Jimmy Ward. Hell, Jimmy even out there. That's a question. So we will see. Mike, got anything else?
Yeah, I
I
would
don't have
say
anything.
the preliminary signs of what we do see at linebacker and along the O line and how they kind of work together
Mhm.
can give us an indication of what's to come. So
Yeah.
Look, all those things. I've tried my best to avoid that offensive line talk,
yeah,
and it's unavoidable now. We're
Well,
gonna
until
have
they put the pads
to.
on.
So they're gonna be talking about offensive line every day. Get ready 6'10, 790, 97.5, Twitter spaces, um, you name it, YouTube and everybody podcast is gonna be talking about offensive line for the next 6-7 weeks until the season starts. So it's you can't avoid it. It's here. I did my best to make it a point to not talk about it as much during this last few months. But damn it, we got to talk about the offensive line. And you're gonna hear all the criticism about Drew Scruggs and Jared Patterson and Ed Ingram and Tomlinson and Trent Brown. Did we just sign him for veteran leadership? And you're gonna hear all of these different scenarios and all this BS. I just want to see him get out there and perform. Because if I'm not mistaken, that Saturday when we out there, it's gonna be a padded practice. Um, Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that Saturday is gonna be a padded practice, so we really gonna see what's going on. Um, you know, but definitely, I can't wait. I'm excited, and I'm excited for the season. I'm just gonna kick back and wait, and see how much it's gonna cost to go to the Super Bowl. Go ahead and start booking me a hotel, and even if I gotta be like them little boys on TikTok that be sneaking in the stadiums, I'm gonna try to do that and
Nah,
sit my big ass
so
in the stadium.
damn well you can't sleep in no damn stadium.
I'm gonna sneak my big ass in the stadium
I'm a
and
come on.
hide on the table somewhere. But definitely, I can't wait for the season. I feel a sense of calmness, a
Hmm.
sense of peace. I'm not stressing out. I'm not overhyped. I'm just even killed, and it's almost like a sense of I know, we about to win it. I know we about to get there, and if we get there, we winning it all. Oh shit, Mike.
Yeah, somebody said somebody Alabama. They ain't us. We in Texas. Hold on.
Uh
He said I'm sleeping in my truck. Hey.
oh. Yeah, Bay Area Super Bowl miss. I don't give a damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be so perfect. They had that
Start the
storyline.
season and end the season.
But I'm saying that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
D'Amico gets to play against his old team, his old mentor. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah.
Oh, it'd be lovely. It'd be lovely. But again, man, I appreciate everybody in the chat that's come in and commented and everything and supported the H Time Rundown. I appreciate my boy Jules. Who lied, said he, iPhone, iPad died. Now you just want to go sleep. Um, shout out Swan, shout out Mike G. You already know next week we'll be here talking about training camp. I don't know if we're doing the first day or the second day. We'll figure it out. But it'll be either first or second day of training camp. We'll be talking. We'll be live, and we'll be talking about it. So y'all be right here and come right back to the H Town Rundown again. Appreciate everybody, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.